Brother Imani, who will be starting the presentation.
Greetings, everyone, and greetings, Brother Ndugu Tahaka. And Ndugu, if I use that term, it means brother in Swahili. And if I say dada, it means sister in Swahili. So yes, greetings, hamjambo to everybody. This is greetings to you all. And yeah, this is the talk on wisdom from words of wisdom from Kemet. What do they mean spiritually? As Ndugu said, I'll be just going through a presentation, or a PowerPoint presentation. I'll be able to, you'll be hearing me, and I'll just talk you through that, and then we'll, as he said, have answers and questions from myself and from everybody else who, from the other guests who are here, who we are very grateful for them spending, sharing their time with us. I said I'm Imani Nasor. I'm an African spiritualist and advisor, and I do consultations on African spirituality, readings, meditation, and just basically advising and just a practitioner, and then just finding my way myself through my journey and my spiritual path. And it's my calling to just share what I learn and to learn as much as I can. And if that can help any others on their spiritual path, then that's what I'm here to do. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen, first of all, because we're going to do, just to change the vibration, change the energy, so that we are calling in the powers of the all the ancestors, the cosmological forces, wherever we may be. And so we're joining together in spirit. So if I go here to share my screen, and hopefully this will work. So Ndugu Tahaka, if you can, oops, if that's not the one. Yeah, so yeah, you see words of wisdom, but that's not the one that we want. So let's go to stop sharing, and I will share again, and application window. That is what we want, and share. No, still not doing it. Okay. Okay, and we try again. Yes, there we go. Okay. Because I have a Mac and it doesn't really work with Microsoft fully, so I can't share the screen fully. But you'll be able to see everything, but you can see just the slides in the kind of editing stage. So yes, so we're going to change energy. So mabadilika ya nishati in Swahili is change of energy. So what you can't see, but you'll be able to hear, is that I'm going to ring a chime. First of all, I'm going to ring a triangle chime. I'm going to ring it 7 times for wisdom, seeking, and truth, because 7 is the number, the spiritual number for wisdom, seeking, and truth. And if we just, and however you feel, whether you close your eyes, keep your eyes open, you can read what's happening on the screen. But go into become centered, go into our meditative state in whichever way that you feel comfortable. And if you don't wish to take part, and then that's fine. And just asking that any of the elders who may be watching, that I hope they give me the permission to continue. So we'll begin. Okay. Okay. So we're going to, in order to change the energy or vibration, we're now going to thank the powers, to ask that we have a closer connection with them, and they assist us in manifesting our objectives. So I'm going to say in Swahili, and you can see the words there in English, the translation. Ninaomba yamuomba awote. Ninaomba ya nebacha. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya gep. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya aset. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya stebek. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya heteru. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya haru. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya harakuti. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya maat. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya Shaka. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya Tahuti. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya Ausa. Ninaomba kanuni na nguvu ya Amen. So now I call upon the ancestors. And first, our ancestors that we'll call upon is those in our direct line. Ninaomba Mababu. Ninaomba Ujime Kelly. And Duga Tahaka or the Dada Kandake. Or Ndugu and brother here, if there's anybody you used to call upon on your direct line.
Ninaomba Iceland Ratigan. Okay. And now I can call upon those who are in the, not on our direct line, but are our ancestors, those who we're inspired by, and if it's our divine purpose, that will go to emulate their works and even go beyond them. So, Ninaomba Marcus Mazar Garvey, Ninaomba Winnie Mandela, Ninaomba Nana Bonsu, Ninaomba Amy Jacques Garvey, Ninaomba Harriet Tubman. I call upon the ancestors of Kemet, Ninaomba Mababu Ya Kemet, or Rachel Kush, Ninaomba Mababu Ya Kaseti. Those that we should never forget, who are always with us, even though we don't know their names, those of the Maafa. Ninaomba Mababu Ya Maafa. And Ninaomba Mababu Ya Kilimanjaro. And finally, I'll just end on the affirmation, Mapenzi wote ni mapenzi yangu. The will of the all is my will. Okay, so that's it. I'm changing the vibration. Thank you very much. And now what I'll do is I will stop sharing this. We'll come back. Greetings, Elder Binny. And now I will go back into sharing and go to presentation. There. Yes. Greetings, Jambo, Shaka Mama MZ.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. Okay, so here's the presentation. So as I said, that I'll just go through this. I'll just read through this the presentation, and yeah, there it is. And any questions can come from those who are watching, and of course the honoured guests are here. They can comment on anything that's presented, or just talk about African spirituality in general, and answer the questions that have been put to us. Okay, so words of wisdom from Kemet. What do they mean spiritually? As an introduction of a series of workshops that I'm currently conducting at the moment. We're coming up to the 5th and last one next week. So this is like a taster, an explanation, a taster of the information workshop, and not the full thing. And if anybody's interested in the workshops, they can contact me in the description box below. There's a number there, and you can find out about this presentation and what the workshops are about and how to contact me. Okay. So what is African spirituality? So I think that is to talk about spirituality in terms of ancient Kemet and what it means, and what the words of wisdom, the proverbs from ancient Kemet, means spiritually. That it's good to have a common understanding of what we mean by African spirituality. And from my understanding, this is it. And I'm sure that this chimes with everybody the guests who are here as well. But talking about things that have influenced me and guided me on my path. So what is African spirituality? So Dalian Adolfo and Verona Spence Adolfo, the creators of, I think, the brilliant, groundbreaking educational African spirituality resource, Ancestral Voices, captured the main characteristics of African spirituality. They've taken the work of many great African writers and spiritualists and distilled the information into a digestible form. Their work demonstrates that there were many tools that Africans had developed to understand the life, force, or spirit that all existence, past, present, and future, are part of. The tools depended on our place in time, our location, and language we spoke. Therefore, the tools have many names: Bodon, Dagara, Kemetic Mystery System, Obia, Ifa, Kandabole, Dogon, Rastafari, Bunda di Congo, and Dramani. None are more correct than any other. They are just the methods that they all gifted to humans to understand reality. And of course, there's just a few of the names that I've mentioned of the different expressions of our spirituality. The characteristics of African spirituality, wherever it is expressed, are as follows. Conceptions of the Creator. And this symbol here is one of the earliest symbols of the Creator. Gerald Massey showed this in his books of Signs and Symbols of Primordial Man. And as you can see, that this can be seen as an eye, but it also has a very close resemblance to an atom. So, conceptions of the Creator. God, Amen, Muumba in Swahili, the Creator, the All, or Wote in Swahili, which means the all, is thought as the supreme consciousness, and that everything that has existed, does exist, and will ever exist, including humans, are divine mental projections of the supreme consciousness. Supreme consciousness is viewed as a singularity, immutable, and manifests in infinite forms. However, these manifestations are subjective reality and illusion, as in absolute reality there is only the singularity. Supreme consciousness is omnipresent, everywhere, omnipotent, all-powerful, and omniscient, all-knowing. Nature is an expression of the supreme consciousness. It is divine, intelligent, and should be respected and be harmonized with, as we are nature and nature is us. The creator as female. The earliest depictions still on record in Africa to date are of the creator as a female. One was the child, pointing to the function of giving birth, that is coming into being or form. The creator as male and female pair. There's more surviving recorded evidence of the creator as a male and female pair in existence, as opposed to a singular male godhead, as we find in the Abrahamic faiths. The conceptualization of a dual nature to the creator is recognition of the involvement of both a masculine and a feminine principle for creation to come about. Nature of existence. In the African worldview, the nature of existence does not comprise solely of what we can perceive with our visual sense, that is our eyes. The universe is composed of two aspects or realms, physical and spiritual, with the spiritual realm further stratified into various spaces or abodes. These spaces include those of departed ancestors, spirits, or forces of nature, and that of the ultimate source of creation of all things in existence. These two realms are in constant interchange with each other, and what happens in one realm can have an impact on the other. In so doing, order and harmony are maintained in the cosmos and on Earth. Order and balance. Opposing but complementary forces maintain order and balance as a necessity for harmony between realms of existence. There can be no good without bad, and the bad is not to be dispelled entirely per se, but rather managed and utilized as a source of learning to inform future actions and attitudes. The interconnectedness of things. All things in existence have an impact on each other, and this interconnectedness and interplay is a constant dynamic. There are cause and effect relationships to be found in all experiences, acts, and thoughts, and as such, what we will in the mind is manifested in the flesh.
Hello.
Correspondence. As above, so below. In African traditional beliefs,
I don't know, it's playing up, man. It's been playing
held
up
that the structure of the social organization are a reflection of the same hierarchical organization in the spiritual world. The cyclical existence. All that is in creation is never lost, even when it decays, withers and dies, and is no longer discernible by our visible senses. Instead, it is transformed into another form or function, so that existence continuously replenishes itself. And here I just put the symbol for the omnipotence of God, or the accept God, or fear nothing.
I know,
but
I'm just doing it to test run it. I said, because I'm trying to contact them, and no one's answering. So I said, no, I just saw the spirituality. I said, yeah, just put me playing the spirituality.
The spirit of being. In the African worldview, all things in creation have the quintessential essence of the creator contained within it, whether animate or inanimate.
an extension of the aforementioned notion of the interconnectedness of things. In summary, African spirituality is whole brain synthesis, congregated thinking, the understanding of the one thing, the oneness of all things, the complementary nature of all things. So now that we have a understanding of African spirituality, one concept of African spirituality as most of this comes from ancestral voices, but also some things that I've added in there myself from my own understanding. And we've got a common understanding. We can go into the main body of the presentation. So, tempt us. The following words of wisdom that I'm going to talk about and present are taken from Kemet, and have been selected from the book Egyptian Proverbs, Tempt Us by Muata Apaya Ashby, as you can see here. Tempt Us is from the Kemetian language and means a collection or book of sayings containing the wisdom of ancient times. Tempt Us has been drawn from the wisdom literature of the ancient Kemites. These texts date back as far as the first golden age of Kemet, as the golden age is as devised by luminaries like the late transitioned John Henry Clark. From the first golden age of Kemet, the old period, 4240 BCE to 2180 BCE, meaning before the Common Era. So the first one. Nothing in heaven is a slave. Nothing on earth is free. So anything in the dark text, in the black text, is the actual text, and anything in purple text is my interpretation of it as best as I can. And used purple text mainly because purple is not the symbol of spiritual color for royalty, but also the spiritual color for intuition. We are divine spirits having a divine human experience. Being a slave of the fourth dimension, we need to understand that it's fourth dimension. There's 3 dimensions: up, down, left, right.
It's gone to 41.
Forward and backwards. And the fourth dimension, time, occurs when our personality doesn't recognize that physical experience in and of itself has no intrinsic value, e.g. it's right or wrong. It is neutral. It is our attitude and that the appropriate emotions we should have all the time in terms of attitude are in line with the divine, that is peace and joy. Amani na furaha in Swahili. And that joy is a joy that comes from resurrecting the higher self from our subconscious. So it is our attitude that conveys value. If our attitude is correct, all experience is a guide towards
please be aware that you can
to the higher self. Nebuchadnezzar. And Nebuchadnezzar, as it was going through the changing the vibration or changing the energy, Nebuchadnezzar means the Lord of all. The word from Kemet means Lord of all, which refers to your higher self. Oh yes, and just to go back, as you can see, let's go back one. So here's the symbol of Ma'at. Here's the symbol of Ma'at there. And going forward to the next slide. Yes. So it is by this method, by bringing forth our higher self, Nebuchadnezzar, it is by this method we can control the subconscious segregated thinking. That is left brain separating analytical oppositional thinking. This is neither good nor bad. It just is, but is the intellect. It is cleverness. It is is being able to define things, categorize things, be able to communicate things. And the symbol of Sebek is the symbol that pertains towards the left side of the brain, but it's not knowledge. It's not understanding, not that higher intuitive understanding, that knowing, but it is the being able to communicate, and that communication can, if it's not in service of the higher self, can deceive. So is this method that we can control subconscious segregated thinking, subconscious segregated thinking that we don't even know that is our core beliefs, we don't even know that are managing our behavior. So we can control those beliefs, that segregated, that separating thinking. This belief is exemplified that we can say that the only thing that exists is the external world, and that the natural state of humans is to be emotional, reactive, and animalistic, and can only be changed by a divinity that is external to oneself. The next word of wisdom is: there is not one who is fatherless, motherless in the universe. If you understand and have experienced being one with Wote, or the All, you know that your Nebuchadnezzar, the Lord of all, your higher self, is limitless, boundless, without beginning or end, and indivisible. Therefore, your Nebuchadnezzar has no father or mother, and has no need for either. As you are your own father and mother, as you are the self-creating Wote. Here is Amen, the highest state of the highest vibration within the Netaru, the Kemetic tree of life.
Hello.
And symbolizes unshakable peace.
Everything's all set up. You look on there, everything's set up. I just go from one.
There can be no more righteous party than to know the things that are, and to give thanks to the Father, Mother, God that has made them. Who gives thanks is pious. The pious will get to know both where is truth and what it is. So piety is true and moral reverence and thanks that should be given to all that there is. That is Wote. Being aware of and understanding Wote opens one's consciousness so that existence and your divine purpose is understood. And again, this ancient symbol of Muumba, or the creator, or the all, is here to represent that. It's that concept. Speak Mart, do Mart. Again, here's a symbol of Mart. A Mart equates as truth, harmony, balance, reciprocity, conforming to the natural order of existence and love of the all. Mart is not an intellectual exercise. You have to live it to express it and understand it. It is a way of life. In other words, a culture. And culture is the social behavior, ideas, customs, attitudes of a people or a social group. Culture guides what you do and why you do it. So being devoted to resurrecting your subconscious, your divine self, subsequently your actions and speech conforming to the will of your divine self, being pious in relation to the all, discovering and following your divine purpose in this incarnation is Ma'at. This is one of the spiritual lessons from the story of Al-Set.
Greetings, family. Sorry for the volume and the speaking, but this we're waiting for the people to come in because there is a delay. So while I'm giving you this video, It's just a video of information, which we're now going to able to put that on our platform for you to able to go through it more thoroughly. But we're still waiting on the what do you call it, African Liberation Day itself. So, but before we go into that, we're going to be having the International Sister Circle within 8 minutes, which they'll be having their show, and then we'll be coming back to the African Liberations at 4:30 to making sure that everything is perfect and run properly. Brother Rich.
That's all. What's good, people? What's good? Big up to everybody who's been joining us, showing love, supporting the channel. As we said, we're going to upload this video, so mark where you're at. You'll be able to continue watching this particular show once it's uploaded on the channel. And as Mr. Riggs said, we'll be rejoining them once they go live with the actual main event. So look out for that. Hold fast, come back, join us for the International Sister Circle. Like, share, and subscribe, people. Yeah, support the channel. You know how it goes. Big up.
Peace.